guys, thank you so much for watching this video. It was an incredible year for me. Even though I only killed one buck in Missouri, it was my #1 hit lister, and it was a long season for me because I had doubts and I didn't think I was going to get it done. It was such an incredible hunt and incredible story with this buck I call Colossus. I'm going to start back in October of last year when I first got this buck on camera. He was a 6x6 with some trash on his bases, and I had one video of him, and that was it. He disappeared. He never showed back up on camera until January, I don't know, 20 something. But when he showed up on camera, he had already dropped, and I didn't know it was him. I thought it was a different buck. Well, come to find out, I didn't realize it was him until May or June, whenever he started growing out past his G2s. I realized how wide he was, and I told Craig, I said, that is that 6x6 I had on camera last year. And I was so pumped to have him on my farm because I knew he was going to be a homebody during the summer. What's going on, guys? It is July 7th. Nowhere near deer season yet, but I'm on my way back from Tennessee and just sitting here thinking about that buck I got on camera. He's been coming pretty consistently the last month or two. I put cameras out in May. The last 2 weeks, he's only showed up. He showed up last night, and he showed up one day last week. So that kind of scares me. But the farm, I hunted it last year for the first year, and I put cameras out in October. The first week I put cameras out in October, I had this buck on camera. He was just a big 6x6, and then he had some trash around his bases. But I never seen that buck again. I just kind of assumed he was a cruiser or ended up getting shot. But come to find out, he showed back up in May, and from the first picture I got of him, I knew. I just had that feeling. I knew it was him. I was like, man, I told Craig, I said, that's him. That's that 6x6 I had pictures of last October. And as we watched him grow all summer long, sure enough, it's him. And he's just, right now, a big 6x6 with some trash. He's got a triple brow on one side, split brow on the other. But knowing that I had him on camera last October kind of gives me hope that he'll stick around during September. I can't wait to see what he turns into, and I hope he sticks around and gives me an opportunity. So since he was living up in the front of the property, I was going to put in a lot of work up there and do everything I could to kill him. So I got a skid steer out there, and I had a brush hog. I was brush hogging the whole thicket, cut some trees down, ripped some trees out, just did a total makeover of the whole area. Okay guys, I am up on the skid steer right now. As you can see, I am brush hogging. This is going to be probably my #1 plot this year. This is where I killed that moose buck last year. And there was nothing here, there was no food plot or nothing. It was really just a big bedding area on this hillside, which I'm going to leave that all thick. And then there's another bedding area just on the other side of these trees that's super thick. So there's no food around here, and the ground is not the greatest, but I'm going to brush hog everything, take these trees out, leave some of these trees, and just open this all up and just plant clover, chicory, a bunch of other stuff in here. And come fall, I'll get a good fall plot in here. And I'm also going to put another stand in this tree up here, so I'll have 2 stands to hunt this food plot. And then this is all going to be thicket. There's a road just down here on the bottom of this hill, so should be a really good spot, and can't wait to get it done. I also put a watering hole in my food plot, kind of centrally located, right in the middle. I had the Milo all on one side, kind of some trees in the center with a water trough, and then on this side of the water trough was all clover, some brassicas in the fall time, chicory, and a little bit of Milo. But everything come up really good in that food plot for being super rocky ground and for being a first year plot. Come up pretty good. I ended up making like an 1.5 acre food plot and planted some milo, chicory, and clover during the summertime, and that come up great, super thick, just a really good food plot. And I had pictures of Colossus every day, almost every day in the summer, and I was just hoping he would stick around. But as it got closer and closer to season, he kind of started, not coming around as much. And when he would come around, it'd be later times in the day or at night or very early in the morning. And I knew he was going to give me trouble, and this buck was going to be impossible to pattern. September and October, I hunted Colossus the hardest. I was doing everything I could to pattern this guy, writing everything down, the pressure, the moon phase, the time, the wind direction. Everything I could think of or see, I was writing down, trying to figure out when this guy's moving, when he's coming in, trying to do my best to pattern him, which isn't possible because he was the most sporadic and random buck I have ever had on camera. But I knew, him being a mature deer, he's going to do what he did the following year. Come October, he was going to disappear. And I said that back in June. I told Craig, I said, I have until mid-October to kill this buck, because if I don't kill him in October or before October, he's going to disappear. Bedding was a huge problem for me in this area because they would just bed in the milo or right off my food plot. So access was extremely hard. It was so hard to get into my stand because I parked right off the road and just walked up not too far into my food plot and into my stand. But when I did so, I would always jump deer out of my food plot. So I knew if I had to kill him, I had to get in my stand early. So I knew I had to do something about the bedding. So I went about 150 yards off my food plot, kind of on the hillside, just off the neighbor's field. I hinge cut some trees for some bedding, and I kind of cut a trail in towards those hinge cut trees to where they'd get up from that bedding, take that trail right into my food plot. Alright guys, so I am 0 for 4 or 0 for 5 after Colossus so far. But yesterday, he was on camera last night around 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, and I think he crossed the road and went onto the neighbors. So I think today he was on the neighbors all day, which hopefully tomorrow I'll get him coming into my food plot in early morning. But that's the thing, I only have one entrance into this farm, and he happens to cross the road right 20 yards from where I park. I'm going to try and get into the stand like 2.5 hours before shooting light, because he crosses the road usually sometime between 3 and 5 a.m. So, kind of hoping he crosses around 4 and 5 o'clock tomorrow. I'm going to try and get in the stand before 4 or around there. But that is the plan for tomorrow. Hopefully it's a better plan than what today was. He was coming from across the road from my neighbors, and he would cross the road usually anytime from 3 to 5 in the morning is when I would get pictures of him. So a few times I climbed up into my stand a couple different times, 2.5 to 3 hours before shooting light. And I would just sit there, try to take a nap, try to sleep, but I couldn't. And I never seen him. He would never show up. It's just so dead out there, hunting around Mark Twain National Forest. And there's not very many deer out there. There is, but they're hard to find, and it's just boring out there. I do all day sits, not see nothing. It really humbles you. I'm used to hunting up north in northern Missouri, where I'd go out and see 30 deer, 10, 15, 30 deer and sit, or more. And you go out here in, southern central Missouri, hunting the Mark Twain National Forest, and it's just, you might see one deer, that's a big day. Well, mid-October come around, and he did just like I said. He just disappeared. Never got a picture of him from the rest of October all of November and almost all of December. Not a single picture of him. So I woke up Christmas Eve morning, and sure enough, scrolling through my Tacticam, he showed up at the watering trough, and I just could not believe it. I had lost all hope. I had wrote him off as dead, and I was just so happy. I couldn't believe it. I hopped out of bed. I just knew I had a chance at him now. So after Christmas, I was out on the farm moving stands. I actually had to go in the very back of the property and take my camera arm down and move it to the front where Colossus was showing up. Well, when I was walking to my stand, I was taking a shortcut through the woods, and I looked down and just so happened to find these sheds, which I believe are the sheds of Colossus, probably from 4 or 5 years ago. But if you look at this, same base, same shape, everything. I believe that is his sheds from, who knows, 4 or 5 years ago, like I said. But these were laying 20 yards from my stand, and I shot him 40 yards from where these were laying, just 20 yards on the other side of my stand. But he definitely lived in that area. Like I said, he probably dropped his sheds around that area every year. And he come back the year before I shot, he come back last year, dropped already. So he was comfortable in that area late season. He knew there was food there for him. Definitely in the summertime, he lived there. And with me having that food plot there, it just kept him coming back. He knew that there was food there, and he had more food there than anywhere else in the woods. So that first week of January is when I really knew that I had a chance of killing him. We had that ice storm hit Sunday night, and Monday morning it started snowing. He daylighted Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. I was snowed in those 3 days, so I finally got out of the house. I borrowed Craig's truck, went down there Thursday. He didn't daylight Thursday, and I was gonna go back down Friday morning, but I know access is hard down there in the mornings. So I didn't go hunt. I didn't hunt Friday morning. Friday morning he daylighted at like 8 or 9 o'clock in the morning, and I was kind of kicking myself because I was like, I could have killed him, but who knows if I would have busted him out. So I got in there early evening, Friday evening. There was about 20 minutes left of shooting light, and there was just so much snow on the trees. There was like 9 inches of snow on the ground. I had icicles hanging down from the tree limbs, and we had got like 3 or 4 inches the night before. So everything was just fresh with snow. And I couldn't hardly see through the woods because all the limbs and cedars were hanging low with snow. And I just kind of, out of the corner of my eye, back behind my food plot towards that bedding, I kind of caught a glimpse of something. And I looked back, lost it, and all of a sudden, about a minute later, here comes something out of the corner of my food plot, that trail that I cut earlier in the year. In this moment, Colossus is staring right at me for about 50 seconds. All I'm waiting for is for him to turn his head so I can draw back.
Yes! Yes! Oh! Oh my God. Oh my God. Yes. Oh my gosh. Oh, I smoked him. Oh my gosh, I don't know if the camera got that or not, but the GoPro was going. Oh my God. I just freaking smoked him. Oh.
I apologize. I don't know what went on with the camera. That whole evening, it was malfunctioning. It wouldn't record for more than a minute, or it would record or not record at all. While tracking, while filming Colossus, it just quit in the middle of the hunt. I didn't even know it stopped filming until I shot him. I grabbed the camera and it said malfunction, so I turned it around and hit record again. But luckily my GoPro got everything. You just can't see him in the GoPro footage.
It was a little forward. The shot was a little forward. Oh, yes, baby. Oh my God. Oh. Please, please be good blood. Yes, yes, baby. Yes. Oh God. It's not the best blood. Thank God for snow, because I can follow his tracks. Gosh, it's really not that good of blood. No way. No way. Guys, I freaking smoked him. He didn't go 50 yards. Yes, baby. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Thank you, Lord. Oh my gosh. Oh my. Look at that heart shot right there, baby. I freaking smoked him. Oh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I cannot believe this. Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord. Look at this giant. What a giant. I've been hunting so hard for this buck this year. I've been hunting so hard out here. Gosh. What a beautiful, beautiful buck. Mainframe 6x6, triple brow, split brow, kicker on the base, almost a 7x6.
I couldn't ask for a better reward, you know. I hunted hard for this guy, and I just can't believe everything worked out, paid off for me. So I had pre-ranged the spot earlier already, right where that trail come out, and it's like a three-way of another walking trail. Pre-ranged that spot 21 yards. And he took the trail I cut. He came from the bedding I created. It was just picture perfect. I couldn't have asked for a better hunt, and I'm just blessed, truly blessed to have taken my #1 hit lister for the year. And especially with a bow, I hunted him hard early season with my bow. Colossus is, and probably will be, my biggest bow kill for a while. it's just awesome to have that little history of what I have with them, and to put all that work and time in and money and it pay off. It's just so rewarding. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Hope to have more out this next season, and best of luck to you guys.